Alright, and ladies and gents, I'm back out, and today I'm in the Lake District once again. I've took myself up to Codale Tarn. I'm not staying here tonight. The walk up's been far too easy. About 45 minutes to get up here, but it's beautiful. Look at it. The forecast looks alright. Bit of low cloud, no chance of rain, winds aren't too bad. But if you look up there, and that's where I'm going to be heading, up to Codale Tarn, and maybe a little bit further, clouds are in. So I'm going to take this opportunity to get my old flip in the air. Right, so it's perched on the rock. Just going to wait for some signals to drop in, some GPS, and I'll get it up in the air. There we have it, folks, Codale Tarn. Wasn't too hard to get to, about 45 minutes up from the car park. Yeah, lots of day walkers. Not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest. So I'm going to keep going. And if you look forward, see a bit of snow up there still. So yeah, I definitely won't be camping here. Far too many people. I hear that it's quite popular, certainly with the wild campers as well. And I can see why. Like I say, 45 minutes or so just to walk up with a fairly heavy pack. So yes, onwards and upwards. Right, first on the list, heading up to a place called Bleak Crag. It's a wainwright that I haven't got before, so gonna go and drag my arse up there. I believe that's it to the front, just over from Codale Tarn. I'm taking a non-pathed route, so it is a little bit wild, and that's what we're after. Nothing too sketchy. From Bleak Crag, not Bleak Tarn, from Bleak Crag, going to swing around right, up over the top, and I think that little pinnacle you can see there, Codale Tarn should be behind it. And then tomorrow, on the way back down, I'm going to head to a place called Tarn Crag, not Bleak Tarn, Tarn Crag, which is over the other side. So that's two wainwrights I should be able to bag on this little trip. Beautiful scenery. Love it. Alright, keep going, Percy. Well, I got the old mic connected. Ooh. Just in time for you to hear us blowing out my ass. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that, the old mic. So when I was down in Grisdale at the car park, it was connected fine. And as I've kind of come up the hill, it stopped working. Don't know what the crack is with that. But anyway, kept twiddling with it. You know me, good twiddler. It's back on. So hopefully it sounds a bit better. Right, well I'm guessing I need to climb up there. Get right on the top. We're up on Bleak Crag. Now, I don't know which bit of rock it is. There's not a trig point per se, so the crag is a crag, it's just a big old lump of rock. So I'm going to say this is Bleak Crag. I think it's 530 metres. Right, I think I'll find somewhere to rest my legs, and I'll show you what I bought in town from Grasmere. Support local. I can just see Codale Tarn there over in the distance, over the valley. So I'll be squirting around that way and down in. Right, still moving. This is a problem with me. I don't want to sit down and show you what I've had to eat. But, joys of a chest pouch, innit? Right, let's just navigate this bog before I start getting all my bits and bobs out. Oh no. Like I say, parked up in Grasmere on the way in, and supposedly it's famous for gingerbread. Whether they invented it there, found it in the hills, I don't know. Fucking hell, bogs everywhere. What we're going to do here? Could do without getting wet feet, if I'm honest. Yeah, wet feet. Dickhead. Anyway, so yeah, gingerbread. So what have I got in here? A slab, an absolute slab of the stuff. I reckon I could survive for a month out here with all of this. It's definitely chucked another kilo on my weight. Right, where are you going? Just waffling, talking. So yeah, I got some gingerbread, got some chocolate fudge. I got myself a sausage roll, so I had to use the facilities in one of the shops. Take a guess how much the sausage roll was. My God, had my pants down. £6 for a sausage roll. It's quite crumbly. Like the outside layer's got some crumble on it, but it's good that. I'm getting notes of ginger and bread and some Ainsley Harriet, as our blot friend would say. That's a treat. It's a lovely little view, that, isn't it? Beautiful. It's a funny tale, really, how I came to like getting out in the lakes and camping. When I was a young lad, 18, I joined the army, and you know, going through basic training was fine, no issues. And then they took us off to Penny Fan, Brecon Beacons. Took us up over the hills, and I hated it. Honest. I must have bumped my gums the whole way around. But then fast forward about 5-6 years, a little bit more actually, probably 8. I was an instructor at ATR Winchester, so kind of went full circle from being a recruit to teaching the recruits. And when I got there, they needed a mountain leader, needed somebody to take the recruits out. So this nugget said that he would do it. I was kind of like the most recent one into the regiment. So I thought, right, come on, earn your stripes, so to speak. So I went off to Indefatigable up in Anglesey and did my MLT course. And from there, I've had the bug, really. Just love getting out, love pushing my body. At the minute, I do like a fairly desk-based job. So any excuse to get out in the hills, I'm on it. But yeah, it's funny how, you know, young Michael, 18, couldn't think of nothing worse than putting a pack on his back and going over the hills for no particular reason. And now I long for it. Once I've got a date in mind, I can't stop planning. I love it. I love looking for different places to go to, different routes, plan all my routes out on OS. Just, yeah, love every bit of it. Even when I'm climbing up the hills and I'm blowing out my arse, I love that stuff too. So, yeah, funny. I think probably my body wasn't conditioned when I was a young 18-year-old lad. I was plenty fit. I could run around like a lunatic. But with the weight on your back, it was a different story. Whereas now, no issues really. Now I seek that pain, seek that discomfort. Right, well, anyway, that's me at Codale Tarn. I see another couple of chaps behind us there. It is only 1:20, far too early to be pitching a tent. So I think I'm going to push on. It looks like there's loads of places to pitch. And to be fair, I don't need to be down right next to the tarn because I'm not going to be going in the water. Far too cold. So, because the day is young, I'm going to push on to Tarn Crag, which is the second wainwright, which is just up over there, up over the top of them hills. I was going to bank that tomorrow morning, so I was going to pack up here, go up, get that on the way out, but I left early today, I left early from home, got here nice and early down in Grasmere, so yeah, keep going, legs aren't tired. As I'm heading my way up to Tarn Crag, I found another couple of little puddles really. That's not a bad view, is it? So here's another option if I don't want to go down to Codale. See, I want to be away from people. It's the whole purpose of getting up into the hills, isn't it? It's blowy. Fucking hell. Ooh. Tarn Crag. Oh. Definitely won't be getting the drone up in this. That's for sure. Right, well that's it. Push. Tarn Crag, that's 2 wainwrights today, that'll do for me. Right folks, looks like it's mine for the night. Codale. And I'm on this little peninsula. Who do I think I am? So there's my kit, there's the tarn. I reckon I'll be sticking my tent right there, cooking with a view, loving it. Yeah, for now I reckon I'm not going to stick the tent up yet, it's only 2 o'clock, far too early really, but I'm laying claim to this bit of land. I think I'll try that sausage roll. Another little bracelet off my daughter. Lovely job. £6. Remember when Greggs put the prices up by about 5 pence and everyone lost their mind? And I think they're up to like £1.30 now. £6. Unbelievable. Right. Let's take a seat up on this rock here. Nice little vantage point. Oh, definitely not deep enough to jump. Ooh, bit chilly now, like that wind constantly coming through. But yeah, £6 sausage roll. Don't know if I've told you how annoyed I am with that. To be fair, it's as thick as my wrist, so you're not getting that at Greggs. And sage and onion, so it's got a nice bit of taste to it. It's 3 o'clock and I don't think I can hold out much longer without getting this tent up. Which I don't think is too bad in the winter months, is it? So I'm going to head myself back over to my kit, which is over there. Still be wondering, just get my steps up. But yeah, going to head back over, pop the tent up, crack a tinny I think. Not that I'm clamoring for one or nothing. Beautiful though, isn't it? Come on! Right, well that's me in the tent. It is up and it's sweet, to be fair, because the wind isn't really having much effect on it. Let's just show you outside. Got the slippers on. I've got the same sleeping mat that I had last time. Now it let us down and I've done a little puncture repair on it. So I got some of the old fairy liquid, covered the whole thing, and I found a tiny little hole and it was in one of the creases. So I don't know if it's caught on anything, I doubt it. But, you know, where is it? Here it is. So there's my little repair jobby. And what I found out was you don't need the little patch, as in the material. Obviously you read the instructions, put 3 sets of glue on, one at a time, let them dry. And then it says if you want you can put the patch on, it's just for the aesthetic. So yeah, fingers crossed this doesn't go down tonight. Don't worry, I watched the old Hayes video on if you're blowing into your air mat, it doesn't give you black mould and all that shite. He chopped one of his open in his most recent videos, and you know the inside was fine. So all these flex tails and what have you might be nice, but not necessary. Alrighty then. To all those that battled through dry January, cheers. Right, once I've had a few sips of this, I'll start off with my Trangia masterclass. And like I might have said already, tonight it's a beef stew. So that's my steak in a bag. Doesn't look nothing pretty, but it'll be fine. Selection of vegetables, like I say, carrots, mushroom, got some garlic in there, got some dumpling mix, stock pot. So yeah, I did a little bit of chopping at home this time. Big fat onion and some oil. Got some lentils, some thyme, oh, my garlic's in there, salt and pepper as well. And a bit of Melbeck. So, time to get cooking. Trangia is pretty much set up. Still had some meths in from the last time I was out. Right, get some of that in there. Okay, so we are ready to light. Tell you what, do it with the hand that doesn't have the plastic glove on. She's lit. Cheers. Get into the pot. Touchdown. Doesn't have to look anything pretty. Could probably chop them up a little bit more, but I'm going to leave them. About half. So that will definitely stop it from burning a pan. Okay, Tommy Puree, here we go. Okay, so the beef will go back in. We'll add some water and then we'll add stock pot. Whoosh, get in there. That's me water in. Next up, stock pot. I'm not going to put the whole thing in. I'm going to do about half of it. Kind of chop it in half. In she goes. Next up, bit of veg. I'm only going to put half in because, like I say, the pan is to the brim already. Go on in, you go in, you go in, you go in, you go in, you go. Well, the flame's gone out, but that's alright. You can see how much it's reduced from kind of up there down, which I think is crazy. Starting to get thicker, but not quite thick enough yet. So, a bit more fuel, and then I'm going to make the dumplings. Next up, dumpling mix. So all this is the off-the-shelf dumpling mix from Asda. Touch of water, and I mean a touch. So these gloves as well, perfect. It's not the same glove that I used for the beef. So, but perfect. I mean, it doesn't stick to your hand and get messy. So, dumplings going in. Scoop all that out. We'll get another one out of them. Yeah. I reckon we're about done. Them dumplings are fat. So give me a minute. I'll get it off the heat. I'll take it outside. Not as much light left, but I'll take it outside and we can enjoy it with a view. Right, just walked down here with my slippers on. Absolute death traps. Totally forgot that them slippers were death traps. Look at that. Far too much bread. That's half of what I brought. You won't be able to see, will you? Anyway, you know what beef stew looks like. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this in the tent because it's bloody freezing out here. Lovely jubbly. Morning, campers. Stayed up last night, to be fair. Puncture repair worked out a treat. What a fantastic night's sleep that I had last night. The air mat stayed up, get in. Had a lovely stew, finished me tinnies, listened to the podcast. That's all I do, really. So, time to get this tent packed up. Lovely little pitch as well. Over here, I thought that might be a bit too rocky because, you know, there's rocks all around, but every peg went in without a drama. Wind wasn't too bad. All in all, a cracking night. Just over that way would have been a sunrise, but you could just see a little bit of pink coming up, so hopefully once I get round I might get a bit of it, but not the end of the world if I don't. I still can't beat the Helm 2, to be fair, in terms of tents. I actually flogged my Zephyrus 2. So I had one of the smaller versions of this, I think in my very first video. I was out in that over Old Man of Coniston. But it was just a bit too low to the ground. A little bit lighter, but I don't mind carrying the weight, to be fair. So yeah, cracking tent this for the money that you pay for it. I think it was like 200 quid. Was it? Might have been 150. I tell my wife it was only 50, but you know. Oh, got my kite out. It's lovely. I'll spin you around in a second once I've got this tent under control. But the rock faces up there just get less and less visible as you go up because of the mist. Lovely that, isn't it? I packed up my bag this morning contemplating leaving some of my warm gear on top to go for a dip. And who knows, I might still get in sour milk ale, but I tell you what, it's bitter. It is bitter this morning, so yeah, I might not. Voila. Strapped on, ready to rock and roll. Have I left no trace? No trace left. Time to hit the road. Look at me. Time to go. Ooh. So there was only one of her camping up by Codale Tarn last night, me and the other chap on the other side of the lake. Just stopped to have a little chat with him. He was saying it's very windy last night, but I slept right through, so I don't know. I think he had like a little OEX bobcat or something like that. Maybe his tent wasn't as sturdy, but or maybe it's just the pitch where he was a bit more open to the wind. But I had a canyon night. Might have had something to do with them 4 tinnies I sunk like. There's another tent up there. Looks like a hilly berg. Posh twats. I'm only playing. £1,000 for a tent though. A wife would kill me. Absolutely kill us. Ooh. Let's try to drone out. Let's see if we can follow us. Well, that's me back at the start of Codale Tarn pretty much as you come up, and I've only seen one person, which I'm quite shocked about. It is 9 o'clock, so maybe if there were any wild campers here they've upped and left, but yeah, one person up at that far end. Unless they're camouflaged, I can't see anybody else camping. Right, I'm getting close to a decision point now. I'm starting to see the little pools open up of where I might be able to have a dip, if I was going to have a dip. I mean, I haven't got a towel or any shorts, but don't let that get in the way of a bit of fun. What am I doing? Oh, there's the balls. Oh. Right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I had to do it, didn't I? Yes, yes, yes. So glad I did that. Ah, yes. What's that Motley Crue song? Kickstart my heart. Whew. Kickstart something. Now, time to hightail down here into Janet and John's, or whatever it's called, the bakery, the breakfast place. Scram me breakfast and then drive home to see the farm and lamb. Looks like it was just in time as well. There's about 40 people coming up the hill who don't particularly want to see my pasty body, so yeah, good timing. Right, it's Frida and Ray, not Janet and John, or Bill and Bob, whatever I said. Let's check this place out. Well folks, I can confirm that breakfast was 5 stars. Lovely. Bacon and sausage sandwich, I think that was £7. And in comparison to me £6 sausage roll, it was night and day, so ideal. Look at that water. How clear is that? Right then, that's me back at the wagon. There she is. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed being out. If you have, think about giving it a like, maybe. And if you haven't, subscribe if you want to. See you on the next one.